Okay, we have a new author. Looking at the ones that they wrote, double checking. Yeah, this is the first one we're gonna read of theirs, and then we won't see the name for quite a while. For quite a while. So, the author is called Marg Sentif. I hope I said it correctly. Alright, Marg Sentif. You wrote the SCP code Interactive Time Loop. Ooh, we're going back into the time loop, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a hot minute. Okay, item 30501, level 2 restricted. Containment class safe. Disruption class Fluff. Risk class caution. Oh yeah. Play containment procedures as a fully functional Foundation site. SCP-3051 is capable of self-containment. SCP-3051 has constantly manned roadblocks, watchtowers, and surveillance cameras, which remain for the most part active even during Incident 86. Outside of SCP-3051's area of effect, there is a network of motion-sensitive cameras intended to capture civilians attempting to enter Site 86-D during SCP-3051's deactivated period. A series of radio and television transmitters positioned outside of SCP-3051's are set to continuously broadcast duplicate signals of those originally sent from 16/12/1980 to 22/12/1980 into SCP-3051. At the beginning of each loop, Dr. Faust must manually connect the severed telephone network to a computer, which will send an automatic error message when the phone inside 86D are used. Dr. Richard Faust is to remain within SCP-3051 and monitor the anomaly to explore possible methods of aborting SCP-3051 by studying the nature of the loop, leaving before Incident 86 takes place. Dr. Faust has been approved to remain within SCP-3051 by a psychiatrist. If Dr. Faust fails to check in before 5 PM Monday of each week, an available Foundation agent will be dispatched to investigate and Dr. Faust's employment will be terminated. Informing -1 instances of SCP-3051 is prohibited. Description: SCP-3051 is the ruins of Site 86-D and the surrounding area in a 3-kilometer radius are ruins of a site. Okay. -D meaning decommissioned to reduce confusion with the current Site 86. That makes sense. Site 86-D was newly instituted residential site containing safe to Euclid level temporal anomalies. A total staff of a count of 467 with 466 present at the time of the Incident 86. Every 7th day, a localized temporal distortion takes place within SCP-3051. The distortion returns SCP-3051 to 6:12 PM, Tuesday, 16/12/1980. An operational Site 86-D containing SCP and staff will replace the ruins. This replacement also restores SCP-3051 surrounding terrain, forest, and wildlife to the state in 1980. Only objects which were present during the original Incident 86 will be replicated, leaving Dr. Richard Faust as the only staff member to not be recreated as an -1 instance. The distortion will terminate after 6 days and 12 hours when Incident 86 concludes at 6:12 AM, Sunday, 22/12/1980, and the area will return to its dilapidated state. This is followed by a 12-hour-long inactive period before the loop restarts. Humans that manifest within SCP-3051 are designated -1. -1 instances are unaware of the temporal distortion and will continue their usual routines from that time forward. -1 are not permitted to leave the border of SCP-3051. Objects and -1 which are removed from SCP-3051 will dematerialize upon crossing the border. An individual spending an extended period within SCP-3051 will begin to slow the rate of aging. Dr. Faust has aged only 2 years since the first loop. The 86 event commenced at 11:45 PM, 21/12/1980. A convoy of unidentified soldiers designated GOI 176, wearing black tactical armor, disabled Site A6-D communications area and forcibly entered the premises through the western checkpoint in armored trucks. Foundation security defended the entrance to the site, but was quickly defeated by the highly advanced weaponry and superior numbers deployed against them. GOY-176 then entered the facility, prioritizing the termination of Foundation staff and procedurally searching each room, acquiring 54 SCPs. No staff survived. A full manifest of the SCPs taken by GOY-176 is available in document C. GOY-176 returned to the central courtyard of SCP-3051 and assembled a complex device resembling a 5-meter tall spire, designated -2. When completed, GOY-176 exited the area in the trucks. -2 was activated remotely and exploded at 6:12 a.m., destroying Site A6-D and surrounding area and emitting a pulse of unknown energy, which extended 3 kilometers in all directions. Reminds me, designated -3. Reminds me of the other SCP that's also a house that's stuck in the time loop doing an explosion, but it's like a short time loop. It's not like multiple days. And the people inside the time loop are not aware. Well, they cannot interact with people outside the time loop. They're just stuck in it. -3 is lethal during the pulse from -2. After that point, -3 becomes benign. -3 energy signatures fade gradually until the next -2 detonation. Detonation of -2 concludes each loop of SCP-3051, beginning the inactive phase. Foundation agents arrived at the remains of Site A6-D shortly after the -2 detonation, and Site A6-D was declared decommissioned. While cleanup was in progress, SCP-3051 exhibited anomalous properties for the first time. Researchers and MTFs erected a research camp for principal containment. On the 15th loop of SCP-3051, several MTFs were dispatched to assist Site A6-D against GOY-176 after GOY-176 failed to respond to requests for negotiation. Foundation forces opened fire on GOY-176. Enemy operators retrieved weaponry superior to that of the Foundation strike force and advanced to begin assault on Site 86-D. The weaponry in question has yet be invented as of 2033. After sustaining casualties, GOY-176 returned to the trucks and exchanged fire with pursuers while leaving SCP-3051 and then manifesting. The loop concludes at the usual time, and the following SCP-3051 loop was identical even without the assembly of -2. Due to the inconsequential effect, MTF casualties and -1 distress resulting from the intervention, further attempts have been suspended. So, Mechanic, did you count these words as well? Like all these hidden words, or did it just count this? Because that might be that will be important to know. Snippets of GOY-176 radio chatter intercepted during the Site 86-D defense operation. POY-1. POY is a designation of GOY members. Gotcha. Broadcast to numerous POY-176, unintelligible for the ones in armor. Unintelligible can go around the left. So we have in the broadcast to POY-3, command, Foundation has more guns than anticipated, how to proceed. Then we have -2, broadcast to numerous POY-176, 12, unintelligible, is down. -3, copy that. Everybody, disengage and return to transport. Hotel 5 covered the retreat. Let them know we'll get the 15th shipment next week. On the 16th loop, GOY-176 returned with significantly more units as well as artillery support and... Oh my god. Why is my eye always acting up when I'm streaming? I can never just do it beforehand. High volatile weaponry retrieving the SCPs on loop 17 onwards. 0Y176 returned to its previous routine but maintained a heightened number of soldiers and quality weaponry. The only surviving site employee was Dr. Richard Faust, who had been absent from Site 86D at the time of the event, in violation of curfew regulations. What were you doing, Dr. Faust? Formerly Senior Researcher Richard Faust. Senior Researcher Valeria Faust and Security Officer Christian Faust, Richard's wife and son, respectively both casualties of the event. Wait, they all were working together in the site? Crazy. Once informed of the existence and function of SCP-3051, Faust requested permission to remain at Site 86-D. This request was granted when Dr. Faust was proven to be willing to remain within SCP-3051 for studying to do his specialization in temporal misalignment and his pre-existing residence at Site 86-D. The following transcript was reviewed during Dr. Faust's screening for SCP-3051 residency. Open extract from Richard Faust's personal audio diary. So see, that's a lot more here, right? I'm not sure if I counted these words because you have to click on them to open them up. So I think the website didn't count them all. I think the way Howard does it, he goes into the site, he opens up all these up, and then, you know, does like this. Copy paste them into like a Google Doc, and then word counts it, because then like you won't miss these ones. Extracts from Richard Faust. I assume that's how he does it, because that's how I had to do it one time. Not on SCPs I already that I didn't read, but on SCPs I already read. I was like, okay, let me check how many words it is. Extracts from Richard Faust. Personal tape recorder. 12/12/1980. Richard. God damn, the new site has finally been set up. We've been working our asses off for the longest time to set up those living quarters. Of course, I would be lying if I said that was the only reason why I hadn't put a recording in this thing for so long. It's all hands on deck with this new management, so they had me and Valeria working to move all the furnishings into our new apartment. At least the place is big and the couch is comfy for when Val gets into one of her moods. 14th? Well, we moved in. We just opened our last box of stuff and everything is working properly. This place is pretty great. They have supply truck coming every Monday with everything that we ask for the week. We also have the Christmas ornaments from the old house, but we can't get a normal Christmas tree like we used to because it makes a mess. I'm on my way to pick up a plastic tree right now. Actually, I'll probably pick up a few other things for Christmas too. End log. 16th. Shit. Val is absolutely livid. Christian didn't want to spend Christmas over here because he's going to Vegas with his friends. I personally think that he has the right to do what he wants, while has a tendency to overreact. All these kinds of things. Anyway, door opens. What are you talking about? Overreacting? I'm perfectly justified. He has no right to abandon us. Calm down. He's not abandoning us. He lives a 5-minute walk away from us. And how many times have you seen him lately? Christmas is for family. He can't just leave us to go gamble his money away from and mess around with hookers. Christian is 26, for Christ's sake. It's not our responsibility to shackle him up. You're completely fucking blind, Richard. Yeah, and you're delusional if you think that Christian's still a child who you can push around on a whim. Well, oh my god, I'm so sorry. End log. Damn. Always a little bit awkward to have a dispute in the family. First recording, omitted, recording, omitted. Are you done with work? Yeah. Do you want to watch a film? Can't, I'm going out to the bar with Mike later. Again? You shouldn't keep going out with Major Evans, past curfew I might add. We're both senior staff, we're allowed to ignore curfew. I didn't say you couldn't, I said you shouldn't. It's Christmas time, you should spend more time with your family before the work starts pouring in next year. It's not Christmas yet. Please, I don't want a repeat of last year. What do you mean? Don't play dumb. Last Christmas you made a complete ass of yourself at the Site 12 Christmas party. You were lucky nobody filed a complaint. You're still holding on to that? I barely had anything to drink and you were correlating the things that are completely separate. Director Soames didn't agree, and you were acting strange all year. When I talked to him, he mentioned he could help us change sites. Wait, you got us moved out of Site 12? I had to. It was Director Soames' idea anyway. Fuck you. Fine. Go. Take your work things with you. Door slams. This is not a good time. This is oh, I just now realized. There we go. And also, I'm sorry, but I do agree that even though it's not fully Christmas, I do think you should spend time with your family before and after Christmas. Like, at least, like, I would argue, like, the 20th to the 27th, like, a good, like, 7 days, you know? A good week. Where you just spend full time, and if you want to put New Year's Eve in there or not, if you have like plans with friends on New Year's Eve, that's up to you. Unless you're like, you know, a husband, then yeah, spend it with your wife, of course. Or a wife spend with the husband. Unless you both agree to like, well, let's just hang out with friends, individual friends, and have a good time, and then we meet up later. 20th, 12, 1980, second recording. Picture this, kicked out of my own home for saying what I think. That's some of the real Christmas spirit right there. I'm going to grab a drink, and not the piss they have in the fridges here. Car starts, pause. It's past curfew, doctor. Way past. Sure. I don't suppose Mike Evans is around here, is he? He usually takes his shift, right? He's busy. Return to your quarters immediately. And then here's Mike Evans. Howdy, Rick! Go kick a wasp nest, Corporal. Corporal Baxter leaves. Nasty little roach, but I have to put up with him. Director May assigned these newbies since she caught wind of guards being drunk on the job. Hence why I can't go with you. Head on through, but here, bring me a Jose Cuervo for my trouble. On it. Call us again. This is still on? Wait, this is still on, what do you mean? I'm not sure what he means by this is still on. 22nd, 12, 1980. Well, that's something of a mission. Oh, God, man. Well, that's something of a mission success, I suppose. I'm in Nevada now. I'll be back in Utah in a few minutes. Spent the night in a motel after I woke up at the bar, and I guess I slept in a bit. Work starts late on Monday, though, so all is well. No, don't ask me what I'm going to do about Valeria. I'm out of... Is that smoke? Oh, fuck, Valeria. Christian! Hour pass, car stops. What's happening here? It's fine, sir. It's just a small mining operation, sorry for any inconvenience. I am senior researcher files. Look here, I have a level 4 access. Tell me what's happening now. I'm sorry, sir. The site was attacked. There was an explosion. We don't know anything more than that. Oh God, no. This is Valeria Files and Security Officer Christian Files. Are they all right? We don't know. So no one comes out yet. Our rescue teams are en route. I'm going in, sir. I can't allow that. Hey, no recording equipment. End lock. 23rd, 12, 1980. Silence. End lock. 25th, 12, 1980. Slow speech indicates intoxication. Merry Christmas. Pause. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm home right now. I'm good. I drank the Cuervo, the whole thing. That was from Mike. I have to get him in a 15-hour pause followed by fast home phone rings. This is Richard. Phone conversation inaudible. Are you serious? I'll come over now. End log. 26, 12, 980. This is Senior Researcher Richard Files report on the SCPs taken during the attack on site. No, defunct site 86 by group of interest number 176, henceforth referred to as Incident 86. Each 76 group of number interest 176. Sorry, I think I said 86 accidentally. Each loop GOY 176 will retrieve the same SCPs from containment without fail. A total of 54 SCPs were taken from the defunct site 86. How many were taken from my division? 7,868 and 10,686. Those motherfuckers. I would give them the key to the fucking things if they just threatened me. Why do they need to keep on taking them? Wait, phone receiver is lifted and the number is dialed. Charles Lance? Yeah, no. Listen, this is out of nowhere, but how powerful would the reaction be if 2 or more SCP-10686 instances collided? Yes, I know there's only one of them, but hypothetically speaking, how big would the blast be? Right. That's not good. Oh, did he realize it was like some sort of weird time loop thing where the two of them existed at the same time? 5th, 1st, 1981. I'm taking this tape recorder with me too. Sure, but put it in the bag with the rest of your stuff. You got an hour before we have to drive to this side. I'm done packing. Let's go now. You leaving that last ball behind? It's a shame. Dr. Faust? No, I don't need that fucking poison. Okay. Yeah, so in case it's not obvious enough, I think it's pretty clear. Dr. Faust was definitely an alcoholic. He was a very bad alcoholic. Substance abuse, you know. Just couldn't stop drinking. Which, ironically, that did save him in that moment. But I assume he's having some survivor's guilt, you know? He's kind of like, oh, I'm the only one from the whole side that's like, that survived that. So he blames himself for not being there by his wife's side, by his son's side. Just like how she constantly was saying, like, hey, let's stay together, let's spend time together. And yeah, so that was the reason why they left side 12. Most likely it's that he had a substance abuse issue, like he just took way too much alcohol into him. And I think that's also the reason why the son didn't want to like be in the house. Like that's why she the wife said, and you are blind. Because he's like over here like, oh hey, oh wait a minute, I think here, this part right here. So she says, okay, you guys cannot see it, let me show it. Here, question is 26, for Christ's sake, it's not always responsible to shackle him up. You're completely fucking blind, Richard. I think this is supposed to be her way of saying the only reason why the son is leaving the house is because he doesn't want to be around his alcoholic father. And then this part here, where it says, pause, Val, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I think in that pause section, he might have hit Valeria. He might have hit her. Because I'm like, and maybe I'm just jaded in that point, but I don't think, and you're delusional if you think that Christian is still a child who you can push around on a whim. I don't think that's enough of a sentence for him to go, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I think you can definitely say sorry. You can be like, I apologize, I went too far. But I do think that he did something else, and that's why there's a pause there. I think while he said that, he may or may not have hit her. And then he realized what he did. But instead of, you know, taking measures, 4 days later, he's like, I'm leaving. I'm going to go drunk. I'm going to drink with Mike. And again, because he ignored curfew, because he was a drunk, and because he was addicted to alcohol, he survived the explosion. And I think he's saying that somehow there were 2 of the SCP-10686, and they somehow came together and caused a super explosion. At least that's what it sounds like. That's why he asked, like, how hypothetically, if there were 2 of them, how big of an explosion are we talking about? Yeah, that might be the reason.